it seems as though, like, and I've heard you talk a little bit about Maxine, and it seems as though that's been like a personality that in some ways is like you and in some ways is really not. And I'm curious, because she just goes and goes and goes. As an actor, I know if I was auditioning for that, I'd be like,
Yeah.
you know? So tell me about how settling into her happened. Like, did it happen overnight? Was it something that just clicked?
You know
I'm
what's
curious.
okay? I have a bad habit where when I get an audition, I don't look at the breakdown or anything until I read the script. Like, I always go to the script first because I feel like if a voice comes out of that script, that's going to be a more telling sign than sometimes the character breakdown can be.
Cool.
So I remember I read the script and I felt like I knew her immediately. Her rambling, her energy, and it just popped off the page to me, and I remember being so excited. And I'm never excited to audition for things. I hate auditions.
Okay.
So that was like a big switch for me.
Yeah.
The audition process was insane for Maxine. I auditioned in May, I think, for the first time, and I didn't book the role until July, and I think I had seven different auditions with them.
Oh, damn.
No chemistry reads, except for one chemistry reads with the other girls, but for the most part, it was just me doing this one insane 6-page scene with like all monologuing over and over and over again. I think I did it like 46 times on camera.
Whoa.
Yeah, because I texted the casting director later and I was like, can I have those tapes just for my records? Because it would be nice to have.
Yeah.
And he was like, absolutely. And he sent me all of them. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy.
Who is the casting director?
Jason Knight.
Love Jason.
The best.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite humans.
Yeah, I don't think there's a single actor in the city who has anything bad to say about
I
Jason.
know.
Yeah.
What a reputation. But yeah, I feel like Max has kind of given me an opportunity to really dive into the joy in life and like the excitement of very mundane things.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just feel like she's such a ball of light in every scenario, and you know, with her friendships and her relationships and her family, like she's just always so loving and so open, and I think that's like such a beautiful quality that I wish I had more of, and so being able to kind of link up with her and be able to live in that was so special, and still continues to be special. She's like the best character I've ever played.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's really nice. Like as an actor, because you've been at this for a long time.
Yeah, 20
Like,
years.
That's wild.
I know.
You started very young. So do you mind if we like go now back to the beginning? We've sort of Quentin Tarantino'd it and been like, this is where you're at. And how did you get going in this? I know your mom is a producer, correct?
Yeah.
So how did you find yourself in it?
I think I was a rowdy kid. Like, I think I just like really loved making people laugh, making people happy, entertaining people.
Yeah.
And my mom was a producer, and she was shooting a campaign for Dove Beauty, and she was shooting it at our house, at our like my family's home. And I think one of their actors bailed, and they needed some kid to do like, you know, some B-roll stuff, like stepping on the scale and frowning and like, you know, just like looking in the mirror and stuff like that. And so I stepped in. I loved it. And the director was like, you should get her an agent. I feel like she's very directable and she could have a future in this. And so my mom hooked me up with Norbert, who then remained my agent for 20 years. And from then it was really just seeing what parts I could get, and I really fell in love with it. And I did stop for a while. I took a break when I was around 10.
Okay.
It was really good timing. I got my braces on. I got a really bad haircut.
Okay.
That was all par for the course. And then when I got back to it, it was like falling in love with it all over again, because I had been growing up and I had been playing little sisters, daughters, like things where I wasn't really with people my age. And then when I went back to it, I booked Degrassi and I was with people, my friends, like it felt like camp, and it was just like this whole other ball game where we really got to explore, and they gave us such, you know, heavy storylines and such interesting things to play with. So it's kind of like it was the best 4 years of learning about performance and acting like I ever could have asked for. It was amazing.